1 year later, the WWE Universe saw women competing in the main event of WrestleMania for the very first time. So, has the women's revolution really arrived in the business? Perhaps not, as there still exists a huge pay gap between the salaries of men and women from the business. And that's why we've seen many women wrestlers making the shift to choosing another lucrative career option, which is making them earn almost on par with their male counterparts. But that's not the whole story. Welcome to Backstage Business, and today let's decode why more and more women wrestlers are making the shift to becoming independent content creators. For the uninitiated, OnlyFans and Brand Army are platforms which grew widely during the pandemic and now harbors more than 90 million users and more than 1 million creators. Founder Timothy Stokely has been referred to as the king of homemade porn by a large section of the media, which has led a lot of organizations to raise questions on the morality of the platform.
Well, what we've noticed over the last even year or so, especially within these pandemic times, a lot of people are getting let go of their jobs where they were making fairly fantastic salaries. There are some females, especially some recent ones, who were let go from WWE, some AEW recents, and they're on there. And within the first couple of days, just like when we opened the Worsties account, they have thousands of subs, and that's thousands of dollars. Because let's be honest, who doesn't love a bunch of hot chicks doing cool stuff?
What's common between Toni Storm, Zelina Vega, B-Fab, and Sunny? All of them are creators on OnlyFans and are earning quite well, too. Take Toni Storm as an example. The former WWE stunner joined the platform on March 19th and made headlines across the wrestling world by racking up $10,000 in the first hour on her account, with a rough total of $33,000 by the end of the weekend. Yes, it's quite clear that for many wrestlers, the reasoning behind joining the site is straightforward: cash. The company keeps 20% commission, while the creator gets 80%, something like the Uber model. But there's a catch here. The provider sets the price in OnlyFans. Here, these creators can develop more intimate relationships with their fans. By paying for their subscription, you are free to directly message them, which helps these creators to connect directly with their fans, which is quite an attractive proposition for many female wrestlers. According to wrestler-turned-OnlyFans creator Chelsea Green, wrestling gear alone can cost anywhere from $300 to $10,000, and then you need a pair of $700 wrestling boots to step in the ring. On top of that, there are many other costs to be considered, like gym memberships, spray tans, professional makeup, and fake hair that is usually expected of female wrestlers in particular. Although plenty of wrestlers don't use these platforms for explicit content, the photos they do share are at least created on their own terms. Gone are the days when they felt being pressured into bold male-dominated storylines, or having screenshots of their mid-match costume failures shared endlessly by fans. Briefly put, OnlyFans has given them a platform to be their own boss from their own homes, which some wrestling promotions frown upon. Let's take Zelina Vega's case as an example. If reports are to be believed, Queen Zelina was released by WWE after she didn't get rid of her Twitch account and joined OnlyFans to openly defy the company's controversial new edict handed down by CEO Vince McMahon, banning performers from getting supplementary income by using other platforms like Twitch, Cameo, OnlyFans, and others. Right after she got released, Zelina took to Twitter to share her support towards unionization, which fueled the fire at the time. But both parties came to a truce only after Zelina had deleted her OnlyFans account. Strong-handed behavior from the biggest wrestling promotion in the business? Probably. Fair? That's still up for debate. Growing popularity on these platforms is giving many female wrestlers the ability to bank on their stardom, encouraging many from the promotion to make the switch. Let's face it, it's hard to avoid the amount of money you get from such mediums and the creative freedom you have while doing that. It's not like female wrestlers weren't earning some extra bucks in the previous years from other sources. There was a time when WWE divas like Tori Wilson, Candice Michelle, and Sable, to name a few, featured on the Playboy magazine, which was synonymous to the grounds these platforms find themselves in during these times. In fact, WWE encouraged such partnerships to happen, with Bruce Pritchard himself arranging Sable's deal with Playboy. One could argue that it was the no-holds-barred attitude era at the time. But does that justify WWE's decision to prevent its wrestlers from creating content on this platform during the PG era?
I feel like OnlyFans is such a fantastic platform in itself because it's such a great direct-to-consumer platform. So when I started to see that, I really realized we chose the right platform.
A lot of models and people in wrestling have chosen to do adult things on OnlyFans. To me, that's not for me personally. I've never done any nudity, but if that's something they want to do, they're of age, they have consent over their bodies, hey, go forth, do what you want to do.
Some wrestlers like Scarlett Bordeaux and Jordynne Grace are still big names in their own respective promotions and are simultaneously managing their OnlyFans accounts. Then why does arguably the biggest wrestling promotion in the world have a problem with it? Is it scared of losing a major faction of its business to the platform in the future? If they are, they do have a reason for it. Let's compare the paydays that these divas receive in the WWE with their content-creating stint. The highest-paid women's wrestler in WWE, that is, Becky Lynch, earns an estimated salary of $3.1 million annually, taking into context their earning from WWE pay-per-views as well. If we look at Toni Storm's OnlyFans activity, the former WWE stunner is offering $53.97 for a 3-month subscription, $101.95 for 6 months, and $191.90 for a full year subscription. So, judging by the fact that she's received a whooping 84,900 likes on her account as of now, let's just say if a bare minimum of 1,000 people are following her on there, and if 500 of them are paying for a 3-month subscription, 300 are paying for a 6-month subscription, and only 200 are paying for a 12-month subscription, here are the numbers she stands to earn annually.
The most lucrative experience that we've experienced by using OnlyFans has simply been the direct interaction that you can have with people. You can send them an entire photo shoot, you can do your upcharges, you can send it for free, whatever you want, and then you can actually write them back and say your thank yous and just really continue to build on that fan base, because that's what it's all about.
With OnlyFans, first of all, I think the first thing that people love about it is that you kind of get a glimpse into the person's life that you don't always see on television. So if you play a character on TV, you play someone in a specific role. On OnlyFans, you can really be yourself, and you control what you want to put out there.
But it's not just them who have taken to the new raging social media sensation. AEW charmer Paige Van Zandt last year revealed that she made more money from her OnlyFans activity than from stepping into the octagon. And she is not the only sports entertainer to make her presence felt on the platform. Renee Gracie, a former Australian racing driver, is an OnlyFans creator now and used her earnings to buy a Mercedes supercar for around £190,000. Former Canadian Olympian Alicia Newman won a bronze medal at the Pan American Games, but that hasn't deterred her from earning big on the platform. Alicia has a subscription of $30 a month, and according to her words, she likes to upload provocative photos and does not plan to stop doing so. Probably why some other WWE divas like Kelly Kelly have opened not one but 2 OnlyFans accounts, one for free exclusive content and one for private content. Wondering how much she charges for the latter? That will cost you $9.99 a month and will give you access to her modeling and photo shoot content. Also, the consistent need for fans to gauge what their favorite female wrestlers are doing behind the scenes feels like an untapped opportunity for these content creators. Their stint in one of the powerhouses of the sports entertainment business has given them a chance to get a fan base to work with, which can only build with time. Creators are also promoting their content actively on their social media platforms, which their followers have been receiving well. There is a good amount of hype that this builds around their OnlyFans activity, especially with other former wrestlers turned creators joining in the conversation as well. Now, you can argue that most of this content is of the edgier ilk, but in reality, not all of it is.
So we are one of the very first people within wrestling to actually put exclusive content on that exclusive platform. But we've just found it to be fantastic, and the business is growing every single day, and it's just one of the many things that we do for the worsties. So it's been extremely helpful for us.
Let's face it, the morality of OnlyFans still remains in question. Even after seeing this video, many will still probably go back to accessing the website only on a VPN. Heck, we made this video away from the attention of our own family. That's the society we live in, and we don't think that will change. But what can change is how wrestling promotions envision the platform. More than viewing it as a competitor which is taking away its talents, embracing wrestlers taking up these supplementary sources of income while staying on the inside of the promotion may just give more spotlight to Vince McMahon's wagon and put an honest smile on the face of its female employees. Until next time, I will see you soon in the next episode of Backstage Business.